Unangax, it's spelled Unangax with a circumflex on top of that. Unangax. The way that you will see it written down all the time is Unangan, which is the end. It ends in an N form, which is only used in the eastern district of the Aleutians and the Pribilofs. Where I am from, I'm from Atka, and our tribe is called Nero, and our plural form is the S, and then in Eastern, it's an N. My father and mother both were fluent. My brothers and sisters were all fluent, and so we were able to converse. And I was always interested in language, and since graduating from high school, they recruited me to work with Dr. Michael Krause of the Alaskan Native Language Center. They're trying to revitalize the language using young, up-and-coming non-students that are interested in doing it. So they've been doing pretty well, but it's basic. It's not like you have to grow up with the culture and language in order to really understand it. But these students that are coming up are basically taught the Western ways, and then they have a difficult time in they see the native culture and language as something that would deter their education. So that's kind of too bad. So first of all, they have to, if you're going to a small community, obviously you're going to be a minority. And I've seen a lot of teachers fail because they have never been a minority, and all of a sudden they're a minority. And they are treated differently. But then the way that you could remedy that is that you need to know about the cultures, because they have diverse cultures in the state. And it was difficult. It was kind of hard to get the big picture, because the people that were interned didn't want to talk about it or wouldn't talk about it. So a lot of that, what you see on the documentation and media, is probably not fully representative of what really happened there. The way that they did it, the way Alice and the previous UPIC teachers at the school that I taught, is Alaskan Agricultural Charter School here in Anchorage, they tried to sort of inject some of the language into the students, even though if it's basic and then easy to understand, especially the greetings and stuff like that. To be used in class is really helpful, because a lot of these students don't know anything about their culture, and that was kind of surprised that they didn't know anything of their background or with the parents. They never asked their parents where their grandparents came from, which is kind of sad, but that happens. And you will find those kind of students, but in a village, they probably are more aware of their culture and language. But once you get into the urban areas, it gets kind of dicey, I think. You have to keep in mind that they have to establish this real pride in who they are. They don't have any, some of them don't have any identity at all. They know they're different, but they don't know why they're different, or as far as culture and language goes. You have to almost force them to learn about their culture. And once they get the cultural activities that are fun there, that are still being practiced, is use those to sort of enhance and develop knowledge about their culture and language.